A quick turnaround. We get right back and hit the road. Found out life in the SEC. Going to a Mississippi State team that is playing really, really well. I think they've lost one game, and they've been pretty good at home. And of course, Ben Howland, tremendous coach, but he has a tremendous team. They were a young basketball team last year and came in here and really came and played well against us. Shot the ball well, rebounded the ball well. We're a much more physical basketball team than we were, and so you can add on being a year older, very much like Tennessee. So it's going to be a tremendous challenge, but it's a great opportunity for us to go out and see if we can play a lot better than the last time we were on the road. But as I always talk about the SEC, it's a different. Every game's a different venture. We got to come out and first of all we got to defend. And we got to make sure we get some quality shots, shoot the ball well. That means we got to share the basketball. Our assist totals got to go up. Got to get our bench very, very involved. Must rebound the basketball, match their physicality, and withstand the emotion of the game. It's going to be their first, I think, opening game of SEC play. So it's a big ball game, and but again, we look forward to going out and continue to get better. I think that's the biggest key. It's going to be the first game in 2018, and we want to start it off the right way.
What kind of problems does Quindary Witherspoon present?
Well, he's a tremendous player. I mean, he can create for himself. They do a good job of running him off a lot of different screens. Versatile player, very athletic. He's one of those guys that's real steady. He's a good passer, a tremendous rebounder at that size. But they got some other guys that are playing well. The Holman kid, he's a versatile kid that can go inside and outside. He had a pretty good game here last year. About 6'8", 6'9" kid that's real versatile. Taxiglass, and the Carter kid is a kid that can really shoot the basketball. So it's a team. They play a lot of guys, and they're defending, they're scoring. They're playing with a lot of confidence. So, but we got no question about a player. Pay attention to Witherspoon, and he got his brother there, who's a very, very good player. Again, they got some really good talent at Mississippi State.
Mike, it's been, I guess, a month since you played at Houston. You've had a great run here at home, but obviously the Houston game didn't go well. How do you feel like you guys have improved since then, and what are you going to need to do, this week with these road games that didn't happen at Houston?
Well, like I said, we got to match the intensity, the sense of urgency got to be there. We got to go out and play basketball. I think that's what we got to do. We're going to get punched. We got to punch back, and then I think we cannot panic. We got to, deal with the adversity. And how do you deal with the adversity? Whether you're down or up. If you're down, you want to chip away at a lead, come down and execute, get stops on defense. You got to shoot the ball well, Bob. That's on the road. Shooting cures a lot of ills when you're on the road. You get to the free throw line, you got to make free throws. You got to get to the free throw line as much as they do. So that means you can't foul. You can't foul and just put them on the line. We must rebound the basketball. And as I said before, we got to defend. And our bench got to come and play well. Guys can't play. The other night guys played 40 minutes. That's hard to do and play at the pace, at the level that we want to play. And it won't be in the confines of Bud Walton Arena. So we're gonna be all we have. Our team, our managers, the fans, that few fans we do have there, and so we've got to be dialed in and hopefully take our defense. I think our defense to the next level.
I remember after the game in Houston, I think it was Anton said we didn't our defense didn't travel, or we didn't bring our defense, or something like that. How do you feel about bringing your defense for this game? Do you feel like the guys kind of learned the lesson?
Got to be better. We'll be better. I think we'll be better. Like I said, the sense of urgency. I think that's what it's all about. That's a month removed. We've done well in terms of learning from the miscues that we've had, or when we didn't play well, we've always come back. So we've always been a team that came back and played well and learned. So, but it'll be a great experience for this team. Going on the road in the SEC.
You mentioned the bench needs to really bring it back because you had guys play so many minutes, and you mentioned Cook played pretty well, but some of the other bench guys didn't play real well. Do you think that was kind of a one-game deal, atypical? How do you feel the bench will come back in this game?
I think they will. I think it was just one of those, they were on a big stage, and some of them were, I don't think stage fright, but they did this. The nerves were going, and they just couldn't get it going, and so we went with the guys that were playing well, and of course Cook. I think his experience is what really helped him in that kind of instances. He just came in and just gave us what he had, and I think Adriel will be a whole lot better. I think Darius, with young guys, they try to do everything, in one swoop. You can't do it. You can't do everything and play too fast. And so the game's got to slow down for you and do what you do. CJ just missed shots. You got to, people flying at him. And these guys are now they're on the scouting report, so they got to come out and play a lot better. Trey, I don't think we saw the typical Trey Thompson, and we're going to need those guys to play well. And he's an experienced guy that's been there and done that, so he's got to come out and give us a better performance.
Darius, he just scored 14. I know, obviously, Tennessee's a lot better than Bakersfield, but he goes from a really great game, and then he struggles with the turnovers, and you didn't play him much. Do you sit him down and talk to him, or kind of how do you deal with a young guy coming off a tough game?
That's typical freshman. I've already had a chance to talk to him. Just don't try to go get the game. Let the game come to you. And you don't try to go get it, especially offensively. That's not what you right now. You're not just an offensive guy. You get your minutes from a defensive standpoint, being a glue guy, and so let's do the things that you do. And so, because a lot of if you look at his mistakes, they were ball mistakes, and very uncharacteristics. But I understand the nerves going, and so learn from him. He'll learn from it.
As far as the winning yesterday, you know how tough the road is, and you got 2 road games. How critical was it that you guys came back and won that game, so you don't go on the road for 2 games being down 1 game already in the conference?
I always say you're supposed to protect home, Bob. So I guess I look at it as that's what we want. That's what we got. What we want to do. That is have a great environment. Play until the clock says 0-0. And of course the game was. For the most part, Tennessee led the most way, but we play in a game of runs, and we had the last run, and that's what you want to have, and we're able to get in overtime. So I guess I don't look at it as the half-empty part that you're looking at. I'm looking at it, what, we played them here, but I think it was important to get off to a 1-0 start. When you get a game at home in conference play in this race, because the games are, they don't give them away. Whether you play at home or on the road, you got to earn them. So, and it gives you a good feeling going into your next game. Because winning breeds confidence, and we want to go. We want to go and continue to play good basketball at Mississippi State.